Hey fellas, this video is sponsored by Era of Celestials, the game that I'm playing right now on my cell phone. In it, unlock different Celestials to harness their unique powers and abilities, like this new one. So here I am playing it. There's a link in the description where you can download it too. They recently introduced a big update where they introduced this 30 versus 30 battle mode, as well as a new snow map for Christmas. In addition to that, you can also use the exclusive code Celestials to get a special gift package in the game. So here I am gonna play the game. I picked a warrior character, and there's actually, if you look closely, there's actually an auto function. So I just click that and it just lets the game do everything for me. That's just amazing, honestly. And man, you know, I gotta say, this is a really fun game. I mean, I'm having so much fun with this really fun mobile game, and man, this is really just the best. Alright. Are they gone? Okay. Let's get down to business. Alright, so now that we've weeded out the weaklings who were too impatient to watch the full video, guys, I know why you're here. You're here for my cheesecake recipe.
La donna immobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento, e di pensiero,
Hello, gents. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to make cheesecake. So listen up, because this is going to be some interesting stuff. Wow, look at the gameplay. Amazing. So for this cheesecake, I'm going to be using a recipe that's been passed down my family line for generations that I definitely didn't find on the internet. Now, as far as equipment goes, there's a couple things you're going to need. Number one, a 9-inch pan. 9 inches in diameter and about 1.25 inches for the height. Other than that, you're going to need some mixing bowls, some measuring utensils of some sort, a baking pan, and some good old aluminum foil. Now, when making cheesecake, there are two components, the crust and the filling. These two parts mesh together to create an amazing combination, kind of like the combination of players that can form a guild in Era of Celestials, if you know what I'm saying. So we're gonna start with the crust. First things first, you're gonna need a little something called graham cracker crumbs. Now, you could make your own crumbs by crushing real graham crackers, but I just went ahead and brought the pre-crumbled ones because I can't legally operate a food processor. I also can't legally operate an oven, but I don't play by the rules, so fuck it. Gonna preheat that shit to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That way we'll be ready for baking when the time comes. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this bowl for the crust. Get the fuck out of here, other bowl. I didn't throw it because I don't want it to break. That would be horrible. Open that shit up. Now you're gonna want to take 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs and pour it into the bowl. Put that shit in there. Remember, it's always important to clean up before you move on to the next step, because otherwise your place is gonna look like a shit house. And no one wants that, especially not the FDA. I know from experience. Then you're gonna want to take 5 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon of butter. I'm gonna put that in a cup and microwave it so it melts. A teaspoon is about 1/3 of a tablespoon, so for measuring, just keep that in mind. There we go, just broke off a little piece, put it in the cup. Just gonna put this in the microwave so it melts. Perfect, it's very hot. I'm gonna go ahead and mix it in there. Mix that up nice and good. Then you're gonna wanna add 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, so just a little pinch. Just like take it between your fingers and just kind of sprinkle it in there, That's all you need, just very little amount. Mix that in slightly. And finally, take 1/4 cup of confectioner sugar. Now keep in mind, this is not the same as regular old granulated sugar. It's very different. Confectioner sugar is more powdery, alright? It's powdery sugar. It's powdered sugar. It's just powdered sugar. It's fucking powdered sugar. I don't know what has a fancy name. It's fucking powdered sugar. Take 1/4 cup of that and add it to the mix. Put it in there. Mix it up until it's completely mixed. Then you take the mixture and press it to the sides of the pan. I'm gonna go ahead and dump all of that in there. Oh, perfect. Perfecto. And you wanna try and get it so that you got an even coating on all the sides. You want the bottom to be a lot, generally more thick than the sides, because that's where you want the most of the crust gonna be. Now take a look at that right there. See it? It's all pressed against the sides. Oh, it's beautiful. Congratulations, the crust is finished. So now that the crust is finished, I'm just gonna go ahead and set it aside. And now I'm gonna start working on the filling. Now to make the filling, you're gonna need the primary ingredient of cheesecake, cheese of the cream variety. You're gonna want to mix 2 cups of room temperature cream cheese with 2/3 cups of regular old granulated sugar. Take that cream cheese and dump it right in the goddamn bowl. Yeehaw. There's 1/3 cup of sugar, and there's 2/3 cup of sugar. Don't be afraid to get a little bit dirty with your hands. I mean, you're gonna wanna make this a tasty cheesecake. You gotta put love and care into it, but wash your hands, please. I don't wanna eat no piss cake, if you know what I'm saying. Neither does the FDA. They really don't want that. I know from experience, trust me. Actually, do be afraid to get your hands dirty, because this stuff is very sticky. This is ass. This is ass right here. I'm gonna use a whisk from now on, no reason. Then you're gonna wanna add 2 eggs. Whisk that in until smooth. After the eggs, you wanna add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Just wanna add a single teaspoon of that. Dump that shit in. And then mix till consistent once again. Eventually, it should be a fairly consistent mixture like so. And with that, we are done with the filling. Ordinarily. Usually we would be done with the filling right here. However, for this cheesecake, I have to add my special ingredient. No! I'm not doing it again! No! I'm just talking about purple food coloring, you dum-dum. Now you're gonna wanna add a little bit at a time, because if you add too much, it's just gonna look like Grimace shat in a pan, and no one likes that, not even the FDA. Yeah! Look at that shit! Oh man, and it looks like that's it. That's the perfect shade of purple I want. And now we have the perfectly purple cheesecake filling. Now you wanna take your pie crust and just pour that filling right in. Here comes the motherfucking filling, bitch. Woo! Look at that shit. Oh yeah. Oh, delicioso. See how beautiful that looks? Look at that shit. Now you're gonna wanna take your baking pan and you're gonna wanna set your cheesecake right on top of it, just like so. Now the baking pan isn't absolutely necessary, however it prevents the bottom of the crust from getting scorched, as well as allowing for easier transport in and out of the oven, according to the website I got the recipe from. Bake that shit in our preheated oven for 20 minutes. See you later, cheesecake. While you're waiting, play Era of Celestials on your cell phone. Wow, what gameplay. After 20 minutes, you're gonna wanna take it out. It shouldn't be completely set just yet. Then you're gonna wanna take the aluminum foil and form a nice crust shield around the pan. Now once again, you don't have to do this, it's kind of just to prevent the edges from getting too browned, but the website said to do it, so I'm just gonna fucking bake it again for another 10 minutes. And voila. Now that our cheesecake is finished baking, I'm gonna let it cool down and then throw it in the fridge. Now ideally, you'd like to put it in the fridge overnight, but I'm just gonna put it in for a couple hours, should be enough. And now, we let it cool. Remember to turn off the oven. The FDA doesn't like it when you don't. And gentlemen, with that, we have made the perfect cheesecake. Dark cheesecake, because it's purple. Just gonna go ahead and cut myself a nice slice, and voila. Look at that shit. Look at it right there. Just gonna go ahead and take myself a little bite. That's really good. While the food coloring makes no difference to the taste, it does make it more fun to eat, so yeehaw, fellas. And yeah, with that, that is how you make a cheesecake, fellas. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, I hope it was useful to you, and yeah, other than that, you know, just keep on... What was that? Shit, guys, they found me! They found me! Guys, you don't understand. I made a vow to never make dark cheesecake ever again. I thought I was safe in this dimension. No. The council. They must have sent a hunter. I can't let them get a hold of the cheesecake! That power must not fall into the wrong hands! You'll never get the cheesecake, you bastards! Quick, come on in here. Quick, in the bathroom, come on. That's where my room is, in there. Come on, you son of a bitch. Ah! a sweet victory.